All right, I want to introduce the Forensic Accounting Lesson 2-3 assignment, which will probably carry over for the next week or so. But I want to get you going on how to do this. Now, it's it's one of the things, take one step at a time. There's 4 files in here. Oh my goodness, weirdness, so much. Yes, it is. Okay. For starters, you have this PDF file here from the textbook. Click on that and give you some background knowledge to understand kind of what you're doing. First of all, what's a pyramid scheme? They're a very common source of fraud. And I actually worked for a company that essentially was involved with a pyramid scheme that we didn't realize at the time. And then what's forensic accounting? When you talk about this activity we're doing, what are we trying to do? What's the point? What does a forensic accountant do? Then we get into the activity about Peter Webb as a pool maintenance business. He has his potential investor, Madeline Lee, and he is indicating he's making revenue of $6,000 per month. And Ms. Lee has asked you to analyze the information. Now, with an accounting information, sometimes things are not quite what they seem. People try to pull the wool over your eyes and try to sugarcoat things and all that kind of stuff. So read through this. And what you're going to end up doing here is composing an email to Ms. Lee about your findings. That'll come here in a moment. So that's step one. Read through this information for background knowledge. All right. Next, in week 5, open up this Excel file that's attached. Now, we're in Google, so it wants to open it as a Google Sheet. Do not do that. Upper right-hand corner, 3 dots, open a new window. Then download. If you're in Chrome, should appear in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm just going to click on that. Wait a moment. And it pops up. Click on Enable Editing. I'm going to put it on 1/2 of my screen up here, like so. Get my picture out of the way a little bit. All right. Then I want to get my instructions on the left. And this is a little bit wonky the way it looks right now. So I'm going to close this out. Go back to here. Go back to my assignment. I don't know why it skips all the way down there. But I want to open up this PDF file. PDF. Okay. And here again, I might do a triple dots, open a new window, and download. Now maybe you can think of a faster way than that, but there we go. And sometimes when this is isolated, it may not boil down too well. So I'm going to go over here. And actually, I'm going to drag this off to its own, minimize that, to its own browser window and bring it back. That was some fancy maneuvering there. All right. It's now in its own browser window. And now I've got my instructions. Although I got these thumbnails over here, which I don't really need so much. Anyway, let's see here. This is like my 3rd attempt at doing this. So, you know what I might do? I just downloaded that to my downloads files. I just click on that and open that up. That's better. Maximize that. Get my Excel file back. We'll get there eventually. To where I have my instructions on the left and my file here on the right. Okay. Now we're going to be doing some formulas in here. All right. So maybe you have limited experience with Excel. That's okay. It'll be kind of a new ground for you. So first thing, it says first in analysis 1. What I mean is go down to the tab. It says analysis 1. Again, make sure this is open in Excel, Microsoft Excel. Okay. Enter the label month in cell E4. That's up here. The label month. Enter. In cell E5, you can type the function equals, every formula starts with an equal sign, month of B5. Right click. It's going to give me, and I'm going to hit the check mark up here, enter. It's the enter button up there. So obviously 0502 is May, and that's month number 5. Now, if you're not sure where it says copy the function down the column, number 6, use your fill handle, that black cross in the bottom right-hand corner. Again, if you're new to Excel, this will be a great experience for you. And just fill down. So it's going to apply that to all of my months. Clear to 12/31. There's month 12, so on. Go back up. Look at my scroll bar in here so I can see it. Okay. So now we're on number 7. Click on any single cell on the list of transactions. So I'm going to go back up to the top here. Any single cell. On the data tab, in the outline group, select subtotal. Ooh, awesome. Okay. Select subtotal. There's that box. It says at each change in, select months. Every time we change months, now ordinarily you would have to sort this by month. It's already done for you because it was in chronological order, starting with month 5 down to month 12. That's something we eliminated from the instructions because it's already sorted. Otherwise, if you do subtotals, you need to sort on that field of data first. Each change in month, use the function count. Instead of sum, we're counting based on month. Use the default field of month for the count. Your subtotal should appear like this. So I need to click OK here. And if you want to collapse the data, you can click on 2. And here you can see the history of Peter Webb and his pool maintenance business. All right. He started out in May and he did 5 jobs. June, 10 jobs, so on. But all of a sudden in December, a very cold month, he did 46 jobs. Okay, maybe he has a growing business, all right? But you need to decide based on this information, does that make sense? One thing we use to talk about in the accounting field is being critical, being skeptical, professional skepticism, being like I'm not going to totally buy stuff. I'm going to do some research, all right? So that should be the first thing you look at is the number of pools he's maintained. Remember, he's trying to get investment from somebody to get money into his business, all right? Next, down here, in the next group of instructions, you're going to do the same thing over in the analysis 2 area, except this time you're going to do a subtotal doing summing by amount and checking out the total revenue by month. So analysis 1 is how many jobs he did by month. Analysis 2 will be how many sales he had by month. You'll be doing something very similar here in column E and then doing the subtotals there. When you're finished with that, go back to the Google Classroom assignment, which I need to find. And you will go, I don't know why it skips down here. This is weird. You're going to go to Forensic Accounting email. It's a PDF, it's a Google Doc. And first of all, create your email address for Madeline Lee, whatever her email address is. From you, subject, create a properly worded and formatted subject line. What is your email about? And next, with a minimum 50-word body, you're going to tell me why or why not why she should invest $6,000 in Peter Webb's pool maintenance business based on your findings in both his counts and his revenues. Do you see anything unusual there? And I think in my file, I just said, look for, well, above here, unusual results or trends identified. What would you question or what would you wonder about the information there? Okay. When you turn it in, if you don't know how to do this, if I click on view assignment, if you don't know how to do this, make sure you understand how to attach something when you turn it in. Okay. All right. So that might be a little challenging for some people to do that. I can't turn this in for Mr. Aguilar, but it's going to be up here where you attach the file from Excel. If you need additional assistance with that, let me know. All right. Thank you and happy being skeptical. Take care.